Hello, I'm Jade Barker. Thanks for joining me for your daily dose of arts and culture. On today's show, the son of a bluesman. My guest today is lucky by name, but perhaps not so lucky by nature. After more than a few bumps in the road, Lucky Peterson is proving he's got staying power, though, with his 18th album. He joins me in the studio. Plus, meet the so-called Belgian Billie Holiday, while Melanie de Bazio's smoky voice harks back to iconic jazz singers. She's proving she can't be pigeonholed in her sophomore record, No Deal. And a little bit of magic. Brazilian musician Sergio Mendes is showing football and music have more in common than meets the eye on his latest album. All that and more to come, but first, let's go meet today's guest. And I'm delighted to welcome to the show Lucky Peterson. Great, thanks so much for coming in to speak with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you with us. So you're here in Paris to perform your latest album, The Son of a Bluesman, which is also the name of one of the tracks on the album. The lyrics start off by saying, "My daddy fed me the blues before I could walk." Can you tell us a bit about what kind of influence your father had on your music?
Well, yeah, my father had one of the biggest blues clubs in Buffalo, New York. So, you know, it was music around me 7 days a week. And our home was up over the blues club. So I got a chance to hear legends like Muddy Waters, Jimmy Reed, Howlin' Wolf, you know what I'm saying? And I got a chance to do a lot of things, play a lot of music, see a lot of music, so.
And you actually recorded your first album when you were merely 5 years old.
Yeah, that's something.
And yeah, that really is something. And you performed on several popular American TV shows, like The Tonight Show and The Ed Sullivan Show. What kind of effect does that have, starting off your career so young?
Well, you know, the only problem about that is that it takes away the childhood, you know, of being able to play cops and robbers or basketball or football or any type of sports or anything about having fun, you know what I'm saying? Because your fun becomes an instrument in music, and so, but it was cool.
We can see you there playing when you were younger, just on the screen.
Yeah,
but like I said in my introduction, you've had some tough times.
Well, you know, I had ups and downs. You know, we all do. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that I was able to overcome. And I'm still here, you know what I'm saying?
And this latest album has been billed as a bit of an autobiography, some say a musical self-portrait for you. How would you describe it?
I describe it as my life, you know, for the things that I've done, the things that I'm doing, and the things that I'm going to do. This record here is it's merely saying that, hey, whatever you go through or whatever you've been through, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to stay there.
Yeah.
You get up and you can do something different. And, you know, it's just all in your heart and your soul. And if you believe in God and if you believe that he could turn things around for you and you truly believed, then that's what's going to happen.
You certainly have turned things around. Let's take a listen to one of the songs off your album now. This is I'm Still Here.
Looking back over my life, I'm still here. Oh, yeah! I'm still here. I'm not perfect. Who is?
I can see you getting into the music there as it's playing. So nice to see, you know, enjoying even listening to your own songs. That song actually appears twice on the album. First as a blues number, as we just heard, and then to close out the set as a gospel piece.
Yes.
You are multi-talented. You're a vocalist, a guitarist, and an organist, but you learnt the organ first, and it does lend this kind of almost spiritual quality to your music. How do you think it affects your music?
It affects my music in a very major way, you know. What I do from the heart. you know, from the soul. If I don't feel it, I don't do it. And everything that I'm doing now, it's coming from the man upstairs, you know. My gift, my talent is a gift from God, you know. I don't read music, haven't been to music school or nothing, you know, so everything that I'm doing it from my soul, from my heart, from within.
Right. And I noticed, as I was saying to you earlier, that your album was mixed here in France, and that even your website is half in French, half in English. Can you explain to us what the French link is?
The French link is this is my second home.
Why your second home?
Because I've got my start here, you know. I've done a lot of stuff in the States and everything, but I've been coming to France and Europe for 20-some years, you know. Started off opening up for James Brown with JFD production, now with Jazz Book Records and Seydou Berry, and I've been around Ahmad Jamal all my life, and you know what I'm saying? So this is my second home.
It certainly is a great city for blues and jazz and that sort of...
It's a great city for music, for everything. Really.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, talking of francophone talents, there's a new voice in jazz which is changing perceptions of the genre. Melanie de Bazio's otherworldly, smoky, smouldering sound has led some to declare her the Belgian Billie Holiday. But her transcendent music on her sophomore album, No Deal, shows she can't be pigeonholed, as Shirley Sitborn reports.
I'm gonna leave you. Yes, I'm gonna leave.
On stage and in her albums, Melanie de Biasio never seems to be alone. She's got Nina Simone, Jeff Buckley, and Laurie Anderson vibes in her singing.
And I'll stay there.
Yet although she brings back decades-old memories of jazz, de Biasio is an artist very much of her own time, drifting to avant-garde pop with her three musicians.
We choose to improvise like in collective jazz music. This means we make simple, straightforward music, and then we all improvise and evolve together. Every concert is very different.
The singer says she and her musicians have so much complicity, they don't even need to talk in order to communicate.
Everyone writes their own story and creates their own style. I was wondering why wouldn't all of us imagine new words to create new sounds? We would express our own emotions about what we see around us.
No deal with love, no deal.
At 35, Melanie de Biasio is a revelation of jazz and blues. Fans and critics alike have hailed her work.
I feel like I was levitating. Seriously, she's enchanting. And her very minimalist stage presence is aesthetically beautiful too.
Not only does she play with silence, she also imposes it.
De Biasio bewitches spectators, taking them into a dream they've never even dreamed of having.
Lucky musicians like Melanie are making jazz their own, some might say. Do you think your music has evolved over the years, or do you stay true to your roots?
I stay true to my roots. You know, but I do a lot of different things. You know, music has its way of making you do a lot of different things, you know. It has its own soul, you know, so my roots are blues, but my roots really is music, you know. So.
Absolutely. As we heard, you know, you grew up in such a musical surroundings.
Yes.
Now, just changing tack slightly, are you a football fan? Not so much?
Yeah, well, I'm there.
Soccer, sorry. In the States.
Soccer, football, soccer, yeah, I like soccer. I like football too.
Well, you know, with World Cup fever sweeping the world at the moment, I think whether you like it or loathe it, it is tough not to get caught up in it. And one musician who's capitalizing on this is Brazilian Sergio Mendes. He's known for mixing bossa nova with jazz and funk. His power ballad One Nation, which he made with fellow Brazilian musician Carlinhos Brown and features on his newly released album Magic, was selected for the official World Cup album. The singer says football and music have more in common than you might realize.
I met with Carlinhos Brown last year in Bahia, in his studio. And we decided to do a song for the next World Cup. From then on, with a piano, a guitar, some rhythm, we started composing this melody, which has the energy of football, the joy and energy of football. A melody which is international, universal. It's the spirit of the song, One Nation.
All right, that's just about all the time we have for today. Thank you so much, Lucky Peterson, for coming in and talking to us.
Thank you very much for having me.
If you want to hear more of Lucky's soulful tunes on his latest album, The Son of a Bluesman, it's out now, and he's also on tour around Europe and the States. Before we go, there's just time to share one more piece of music news, something you may be keen to check out while you're in town, Lucky. La Défense Jazz Festival is taking place this week, livening up Paris's business district with free outdoor performances. Here's a sneak peek of what's in store. Enjoy and see you for more culture soon.